This is the Ottawa Senators Outlook. Here is your host, Jack Henry.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Ottawa Senators Outlook. I'm your host, Jack. This is my recap reaction to the Devils game. But before we do, I just want to say my thoughts and prayers go out to the referee that was injured in the Tampa Bay Lightning-Pittsburgh Penguins game. So this is the statement from the National Hockey League. Referee Steve Kaczary was transported to UPMC Mercy Hospital for precautionary reasons after a collision with Tampa Bay Lightning defenseman Hayden Fleury in the third period of the Penguins-Lightning game this afternoon. Kaczary is conscious and alert, has all the use of all his extremities, and is expected to make a full recovery. So thank goodness he's able to make a full recovery. He was obviously taken off a stretcher on the ice. Just a very unfortunate incident for him, but he's able to make a full recovery. He was transported to the hospital. That's all that matters, in my opinion. And I also want to send my thoughts and prayers to the mental health of Senators fans. Obviously, tonight was Fan Appreciation Night, and the Senators did not deserve the appreciation of the fans, or did the Senators appreciate the fans for coming up to their games, because, like the whole season, the Senators get off to a slow start, and then when they heat up, too little too late, so the Devils win the game 4-3, officially eliminating them from playoff contention. So, in the first period, Eric Halla scores to make it 1-0, Andre Palat scores to make it 2-0, and then Brendan Smith makes it 3-0, and then the goalie's pulled, and that's all in the first period. In the second period, Jake Sanderson on the power play to make it 3-1, and then Nico Hischier to make it 4-1. That's all in the second period, and then in the third, Claude Giroux scores on the power play to make it 4-2, and then Brady Tkachuk scores to make it 4-3, and that's all. The Senators really couldn't get anything going after that third goal. Nico Hischier tapped it into the empty net at the final second, and Brady Tkachuk took response, which is a little bit hypocritical considering what the Senators were doing against the Leafs with Ridley Gregg, but obviously the response from Tkachuk was not as excessive as Morgan Riley, but get my point. I feel like Senators are they're just in a dark place right now, obviously being eliminated from playoff contention. There's 6 games left to go in the season, not really much to play for anymore, and that's all I gotta say. I mean, the Senators just don't care anymore. The goaltending matchup was Jake Allen versus Anton Forsberg. Anton Forsberg was pulled after the third goal. Korpisalo went in, and he played pretty decent, I would say. Forsberg led in 3 goals on 9 shots, which is inexcusable. He was only to save 2/3 of his shots, and then Korpisalo came in and only gave up a goal out of 19 shots. So both teams had 28 shots in that one. Forsberg faced 9, Korpisalo faced 19, and Jake Allen faced 28, and he was able to stop 24. So again, the Senators just lose the game 4-3. Tim Stützle missed his first game of the season. Tom Chabot went back in. And then Boko made his NHL debut for the Senators tonight as well. So, again, just a lost cause now, 33-39-4, officially eliminating us from playoff contention. And the schedule isn't even that much easier. You have the Capitals, who are fighting for the playoffs, the Panthers, who are in a playoff spot, the Lightning, who are in a playoff spot, the Canadiens, another team that's a bad matchup, and then the Rangers and the Bruins, who are also in the playoffs. So, you're going against 5 teams that are fighting for the playoffs. 4 of them are already in it. Capitals are fighting for it. The Canadiens are also out. But again, I mean, Senators, they can't even. I don't even know if they can play spoiler. They're just going to have to tank at this point. That's their only option. But a lot of decisions are going to have to be made from the front office of the Senators, and it started earlier today. I didn't even get to that. Steve Staios parted ways with our 2 longest pro scouts. And we're just going to have a new, fresh professional scouting department next season for the Senators. I think that might be good. I mean, one guy's been around since 2008, the other one, I believe, since 2014. And considering our pro scouting as of late, it hasn't been great. So hopefully we can get an upgrade in that. But again, a lot of changes going to be made over the Senators. Some guys might be playing their final game as Ottawa Senators against the Boston Bruins in a couple of weeks. So we'll see what happens in the future for the Senators, but right now they still have 6 games, and I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, the season's over now officially, and again, the Senators they're just playing soft. I mean, you can go back to what Keith Tkachuk said almost a year ago. I would almost say today, but I think it was a couple days from a year ago. He was talking about how soft the Panthers were and how hard-nosed the Senators were. Well, ever since he said that, that's flipped. I mean, the Senators are super soft, and the Panthers are playing hard-nosed. I mean, that's what I want to see from the Senators. They need that intensity, and the one guy that has brought that in the last 2 games, even though they've been terrible losses, was Brady Tkachuk, the captain, who, by the way, set an NHL record for 16 hits. So if you're Brady Tkachuk, that's something you might want to have. But I do want to read what he said in his post-game interview. So take a listen to what he said.
Even before you scored that goal in the third period, this crowd was chanting your name after a couple of big hits. What does that mean to you that they're chanting your name here at the end of the? Obviously, I know it's a disappointing season.
Yeah, I mean it's like you said, it's been a disappointing season, and for the fans to do that, it's pretty amazing. It just speaks volumes about the people that we have in this city and the support that we have through thick and thin, and just I know it's been disappointing for everybody, but speaking on behalf of everybody that's part of this organization, it's very grateful and appreciate all the support, and when things are tough, they're always there for us. So a lot of love and very, very much appreciate the support.
You guys have heard the cheers tonight. The fans were very vocal, very loud. But you've also heard the boos at the end of the Florida game. How tough is it, and how good is it to hear the cheering, and how tough is it when the fans aren't reacting that way?
I mean, like anything, it's you want to make people proud. You want to, people spend money to come watch you play, and they expect you to be at your best, and completely understand and their reactions to the last game, because it was unacceptable, embarrassing, and it can't happen, and for tonight, I know it's fan appreciation night, and I'm just so thankful and grateful for all the support that they've had over my time, but especially this year when things haven't been as exciting as everybody expected. So just hope to be able to carry that over, finish off strong, one last home game, and give them something to come back and be excited for next year.
So obviously the Senators are missing the playoffs for the 7th consecutive year. He wasn't here for the 2017-18 season. He was there for the other 6. And he sees his brother Matthew, who went to the Stanley Cup Final last year, and he's making the playoffs yet again for, I don't know how many years a row it's been, but it's been quite a few. And Brady Tkachuk is built for playoff hockey, and I feel like he's wasting his career with Ottawa. And I hate to say it, but Senators got to get something going next year. And what he's basically saying is, this season has been disappointing. We let our fans down. This can't happen again. He's built for the playoffs. How about we make the playoffs next year? The Senators need to do something. Steve Sales, he's got to make some moves. And with the goaltending tandem, I don't know what's going to happen with that, Korpisalo and Forsberg. Based on what I've read over the last couple of days, it seems like Korpisalo might stay and Forsberg might be gone. I'm not 100% sure on that. But the issue with Korpisalo is he's been really, really inconsistent. He'll have a stretch of good games where he looks like, I don't know, Dominic Hasek or Craig Anderson when he was in Ottawa. And then he has a stretch of games where it looks like Matt Murray. I mean, there's no in between with him. He's super inconsistent. So hopefully you're banking on him bouncing back next year and playing consistent in a good way, because you can also play consistent in a bad way, which is not good for Korpisalo, because if he does or stays inconsistent, there's not going to be a lot of happy people in Ottawa. So hopefully he's able to bounce back if he's an Ottawa Senator next year. And Anton Forsberg has just been god-awful all season. I don't think he's going to be a Senator next year. So, again, from what I said a couple minutes ago, a lot of changes are going to happen, and we'll see what happens after April 16th. My preview prediction for the Capitals game will be coming out at 10 o'clock in the morning, so look out for that. But for now, this is Jack Up with Sinners Hulk, and go Sens go.
Thank you for watching this presentation of the Ottawa Senators Outlook. For more of this podcast, click on the videos on the left, and subscribe by clicking on the icon on the right. Thank you.